Do your job descriptions get you the right candidates? Have you ever wondered why some organizations always seem to have the right staff? They must be doing something right to have a high retention rate. A well-written job description will always attract the right candidates. The best candidates are inquisitive and know what they want. They seek value and look for a job that will enable them to realize their potential. Growth and challenge are important factors when a candidate is looking for a new opportunity, apart from reward. And this must come out clearly when seeking to hire the right fit. And that is why you do not recruit in haste. The position you're filling should be specific to your organization, and all business owners require the help of human resource professionals to guide them when recruiting. How do you craft your job descriptions? Do you cut and paste from adverts with similar titles? Welcome to 5 Talents Africa. My name is Mildred Okoth, and if you're joining us for the first time, please subscribe below to share your comments and engage with us further on this topic. You cannot afford to copy and paste job descriptions. Each position has its own specific task that cannot be compared to another with the same title in a different company. Some activities may be similar, but some may only be specific to your company, even if it's in the same industry. The organization size, structure, as well as the processes are factors to be considered. Developing a job description requires time, and like our fingerprints, no job description is exactly the same as another with a similar title. And this is because each organization is unique. A receptionist working in a large corporation may not do the same duties as one in a small organization. A good portion of their work may involve making and receiving calls, parcels, and directing visitors, whereas the receptionist in a small organization may have diverse administrative duties with only 5% of their time receiving guests. Do you think that a person gets more work exposure in a small organization? Please share your comments below. It's important to grab the attention of the best candidates. The job advert is your first encounter with them, and it's extracted from your job description, which should capture most of the key activities of the role. How are you engaging the best candidates? Do they flip through your advert and move on because there's nothing captivating or exciting in it? Is it challenging enough to make them seek the opportunity? Is it vague with no mention of who they report to or even the slightest indication of possible growth with the company? A well-written job description is required for all positions in the organization. You must be very keen when developing a job description and never miss out on the initial analysis of the role so that the key details are captured. If it's not a new position, you should take appropriate action to analyze the role through observation as well as interaction with the person leaving. This will help you get the right candidate when hiring using an updated version of the job description. Please let us know below how you craft your job descriptions. The right candidate should be able to make a decision immediately they see a job advert, the same way a recruiter makes a decision to engage a candidate further from a pile of applicants. How do you ensure this happens? Just like the curriculum vitae, where candidates summarize their value in their personal profile, is the same way that an employer should outline their offer in the position summary. What the candidate sees is what they should get if successful. You cannot afford to lie about a role. This summary should give an overview of what the role entails, so that even if the right person does not apply immediately, they will jot down the position title, company, and the deadline. With this information, even if the candidate was on transit, you've captured their attention, and they will make time to submit the expression of interest for the position and within the specified timeline. The right candidates know exactly what they want and their capabilities, and a successful recruitment matches the person's specification. The best candidate normally responds to the job description requirements perfectly. As an employer, if you put yourself in the shoes of the best candidate, how does it look like? When you look at the actual role, what would make you want to spend most of the hours that you're awake with the organization? Remember that the best candidates seek challenges to solve and may want their role to be impactful to the company as well as to the community. They do not just want a job, but a fulfilling role that brings out their best potential. They are aware of their knowledge, skills, and experience and want to use them to their highest potential. With this understanding, would you apply for the same position if you're on the other side? And what will make you do so? Will the role bring out your best creativity, knowledge, skills, and experience? Will it give you the freedom to explore your potential? The right candidates are inquisitive. They do not just apply to any position. Always put yourself in the shoes of the best fit candidates to fit your job description. As the employer, you must also set your minimum requirements that must be met before you settle on a candidate. This should be included in the job description. You should never change the goalposts when seeking to fill a vacant position. Recruitment should never be done in haste, and if the position must be filled, there are so many ways this can be done as you seek the right candidate. You can rotate staff within the department without overloading them with work. You can hire interns depending on the level of support required, or a temporary staff to help out as you recruit a more substantive candidate. Another alternative is to outsource the position. You should not panic because there are several solutions to handle this situation. A functioning human resource department, whether internal or outsourced, should enable a smooth transition. However, recruitment is costly, and that is why you should implement good HR practices from onset to retain staff for as long as possible. Please hit the like button if you've learned something today. The qualifications of any job matters, whether the job is a new role or someone has been holding it. These are some of the questions you should be asking yourself before you advertise. If the role was not vacant, did you ever update the job description, or is it still the same one that you had when the company was being formed? These are very important questions because jobs evolve with the company, and this is both horizontal and vertical. Are you clear about the skills and knowledge required to do the job, as well as the experience if needed? This is because there are certain roles that require more than just the experience, academic, and even technical qualifications. Natural skills are also relevant for some positions, and that's the reason why you just can't cut and paste a job description and expect to get the right person for the position. There must be a reason for doing something, and there must be a particular person who can do it. Please let us know if your job descriptions are up to date in the comments below. Did you know that experience is key for some roles? Experience may not be required for entry-level positions that are routine and someone can easily learn on the job. However, there are certain positions that the holder must have some level of experience. An example is head of a large car workshop. The position holder may be a qualified automotive engineer with all technical skills, but if they do not know how to handle a large team of mechanics, all their efforts will be in vain. Lack of team management will affect delivery time. Apart from this, the leader will need to motivate, handle conflict, and supervise the team to deliver quality work to each client's satisfaction. You do not expect this from a fresh automotive graduate who has never led a team. Managing people and having advanced soft skills are acquired with experience and some level of training, and therefore, experience is key for some roles. Lastly, we shall look at attributes. Have you ever been served by a customer service agent and you ask yourself if the owner of the business knows the person they employed? Attributes are key and are the natural qualities a person has that fit the position you want to fill. They determine if the person will be comfortable doing the work. For example, most people who see customer service roles enjoy resolving customer issues, and that is why you'll find one agent calling you to give feedback on the status of a problem that you presented, while another does not call you until you call back. And when you do, they do not care and are not moved. Those are two different people with the same job title. In summary, the job description should be updated regularly if you want the position to be held by the right person. Please share below if you've been served by a person who does not fit the position that they are holding. And this brings us to the end of our tutorial. Please give this video a like if you've learned something.